BoxingVoice.com. We are here with the Magic Man, Malignaggi, fresh off his fight with Adrian Broner. Tell me about something, man. The word on Twitter, the word on everything is a lot of people had you winning that fight. What do you think of that?
It was a competitive fight. It was the kind of fight that, I think people got their money's worth, people got entertained, but I think you got to take the title from the champion, especially the champion is in his hometown, Had the fight been in Cincinnati and he was the champion, I would say, hey, you know what? Maybe I didn't do enough to get that close win, but if the fight is up in the air like that, you can't go into a world title fight, challenge for a world title throwing 40, 45 punches around and win the title. You know what I mean? You got to do more than that. You know what I mean? I understand what he did was skill, and at times he did get off. Some of it looked good, but at day's end, he doesn't hit hard. He doesn't. He's not very busy. If you're getting enough credit because you're blocking my body shots on your arms for the most part, they're still getting through, man. Body shots are body shots, man. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you're only getting them on your arms because you're not throwing back. You know what I mean? You're pot shotting in between, one here and there. You don't win a world title like that. It was I'm not going to take total credit away from him, but definitely I think enough people felt I won the fight to warrant a rematch. I mean, honestly, where you going to go with Adrian Broner right now? You know what I mean? Like, you might as well do the rematch and try to right the wrong. If he wants to copy Floyd Mayweather the way he always tries to copy Floyd Mayweather, I'll tell you what, the one controversial decision Floyd had, he went and did it right the same year. He didn't waste any time. He went and got the rematch right away, if he's really this Floyd Mayweather copycat, Floyd is his idol type of thing, come out and beat me decisively. You know what I mean? Come out and give me the rematch and beat me decisively, because one thing you got to keep in mind about Adrian Broner, he's now stepped up 2 times, and both times it's been controversial wins. So is somebody so great supposed to be constantly winning by the skin of his teeth every time he steps up? I mean, because those are the only 2 step-ups he has. I mean, maybe DeMarco, but honestly, the other wins he has, anybody gets those wins. You don't need to be Adrian Broner to get those wins, you know what I mean? And the rest of the wins on his record, anybody can get them. But Malignaggi and Ponce de Leon, those 2 wins are kind of controversial. And those, if they happen to also be the two guys that he stepped up against, So what does that tell you? That kind of tells you that, hey, man, when you put this guy up against good opposition, he's not as good as everybody makes him out to be. You know what I mean? And so, there's a lot more to prove than that. So get it right. Do this rematch and get it right.
Now, being that we know you have a good chin, I mean, you've proven it in the past, Cotto, Hatton.
I can have a good chin, but I still tell you if you can punch or not, You don't have to knock me out whether I get knocked out or not, I'll still give you your credit for having punching power. Pablo Connor didn't knock me out, but the guy had punching power. You know what I'm saying? Like, Adrian Broner don't have punching power, man. There's a reason I stood in front of him the whole fight. There's a reason why at a certain point I was willing to take 1 to throw back 5, 6 at a time. At a certain point I realized what he was doing. I would throw a flurry, he would throw 1 in between, and then I was like, you know what, he's going to throw 1 in between, and I'm just going to keep throwing because he can't hurt me with that 1 shot anyway. All he's going to do is throw 1 punch counters. So I actually made a trade-off plan in my mind to say, okay, I'm going to throw these punches, he's going to try to punch in between, and I'm going to come back and keep throwing. That's what I did. If you can punch, dude, I couldn't do that to Miguel Cotto. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that to him when I fought him. If you hit too hard, I can't do that. I can't make that trade-off. But honestly, the guy can't punch, so I was easily wanting to make that trade-off. I said, you know what? I may not be able to land everything clean, but I'm gonna be busier than him. He's gonna just come back with his 1 pot shot here and there, but he can't hit hard anyway. So even if he lands, I'm gonna just suffocate him with activity, And I decided to do that for a lot of the rounds.
Now, obviously, he made the move up from 135 to 147. You basically just said that he has no punching power. I mean, is he suited for this division? Do you see him going back down? I mean, he said he could fight 35, 40, or 47.
Yeah, he can say whatever he wants. He's probably better suited to go down to 35. I'll tell you what, he's got some skill there. So, skill-wise, he may be able to deal with some things. But there's some strong guys at 40 and 47 that I don't know that he'd be suited against. But again, he's also hard to hit, so you got to be crafty enough to hit him. But at the end of the day, he doesn't get off enough punches, and he doesn't move around the ring enough. So he's always going to be a target in front of you regardless. And against big punchers, I don't know if that's the best idea. So again, I think before you step him up even more, you might as well make him do the right is wrong. I mean, like I said, the 2 times he ever stepped up, the guy, a lot of people think he lost to begin with. So what is his career boiled down to? His 2 step-ups, he didn't look good, and the rest of the fights he won. Okay, so does that make for anything impressive that people should be talking about? Nah, not at all.
Now, going on you, we were at the press conference. Basically said, I don't know if I can get up front of the training camp, and this might be something different. I mean, what's next for Malignaggi? If it's not the Adrian Broner rematch, do you even want to continue boxing?
I don't know. Luckily for me, I have options. The loss was a kind of loss where, I will get a big fight if I want to, whether it's Adrian Broner rematch or something else. So it's up to me to decide whether I want to continue to fight or not, because big fights will come my way based on the competitiveness of that fight. But what I want, what would really get me up is Adrian Broner rematch. I think it should get him up too. I think he should want to right the wrongs of that fight. I think you should want to go out there and prove to people, hey man, you know, I'm right here. You know, I'm the man. You know, just like Floyd Mayweather did when he lost to Castillo. If you're that good, come out and beat me. Come out and beat a world-class fighter decisively, not the way you've been doing it, because you've been getting gifts when you step up to world-class level. Anybody can knock out the other guys you've been knocking out, but you've been getting gifts when you step up to world-class level. So let's see you step up and actually win a world-class fight where, hands down, people say, you know what, he got that fight. He can't do it. It's because he can't do it.
Well, there you have it, BoxingVoice.com. Boy, Malignaggi wants a rematch. Will Broner give it to him?